policies, different strategies that we saw across the real estate industry, across the real estate market, over the last year. And I'm already looking forward to what this year holds, what the real estate market holds for this year 2026. So yes, I'm super excited. And of course, I want us to look at what are the things that we should expect, right, in the real estate industry. Because look, going into this year, we shouldn't go into the real estate without making our goals, our visions, our plan. And we should also analyze the previous year and also be able to strategically position ourselves to benefit from the opportunities that's going to be prevalent in the industry, the resources that are available in the industry. We're going to be looking at all of this, insights to better empower ourselves and put us at an advantage, all right, to enjoy the real estate market, to be able to actively benefit and earn from the real estate markets. Remember, the goal is to build a profitable portfolio, right? Using the insights, using the tools and the resources that we're going to talk about here on the show. So I'm super excited, like I said, about all this year holds, and I hope that you are as well, and that you are also putting down your visions and your goals for the year, and you're not just going to look at real estate from the sidelines anymore. You are going to take this year, 2026, the year that you choose to actively participate in the industry, right? Like they say, ignorance is not an excuse. You might say real estate is for the wealthy, or real estate is unstable, real estate is for those who has the advantage, or has that close working with the government, or something like that. And then you might choose to just ignore all of the benefits, or just overlook all of the benefits that you should have otherwise been able to gain from the industry. And you're doing yourself a disservice. I must say that you are now doing yourself a disservice if you decide to just sit on the sidelines, because for you to enjoy the benefits, you must engage with this industry. You must actively actively participate in the industry. And you don't just look at real estate as something that is for people who have so much resources available to them. No, your knowledge can put you at an advantage. Your knowledge, the information that you have, can empower you to make strategic decisions, strategic moves to benefit and earn profitably from the real estate industry. Okay, so today is another valuable topic that we're going to be looking at in the real estate industry. And like I said, talking about the new year, you need to start out the year strong. And how do you do that? You need to be able to make sure that you have the right information. So we're going to look at real estate as a tool for financial empowerment. That's what we're looking at, real estate. That's our topic today, real estate as a tool for financial empowerment. Now, going into my introduction, if you look at the economy so far, like over the years, you see that there have been different a lot of changes, let me put it that way. A lot of changes in the market has been unstable, so to speak. And you see, in an economy where inflation is rising, the value of money is consistently eroding, and many Nigerians are seeking stable ways to build wealth beyond salary income, beyond just your business sales and revenue. The conversation about financial empowerment has never been more important, right? For millions of people, the challenge is not just about earning money, but creating sustainable assets that generate income and that can preserve the value of your money and also offer you a long-term security, right, in terms of your secure assets. Now, this is where real estate stands out, all right? If you're looking to use real estate as a tool for financial empowerment, real estate is something that you should consider very strongly, right? Real estate is more than just It's no more than just land ownership or building of a house, building a structure, putting up a structure. It is a powerful tool for financial empowerment. It enables, you know, individuals, you and I, to move from dependence on active income to asset based wealth, right? Now, from short term earnings to long term financial stability, whether through land banking, rental income, commercial property, or strategic development, real estate has consistently provided Nigerians with opportunities to grow wealth across generations. So now, in a country like ours, that is marked by a growing population, rapid urbanization, and a persistent housing deficit, real estate is not only relevant, it is strategic. The question you should be asking is how the question that you should not be asking is, should I invest in real estate? That's not the question. You should rather be asking, how can real estate empower me financially in sustainable and secure way, in a sustainable and secure way. That's what you should be asking, not whether should I invest in real estate, because that's a given. You should partake in the industry. Now, looking at the industry, real estate industry, like I said, the industry has gone through a lot of changes, but we have noticed that the industry has steadily been growing in terms of profit, in terms of capacity, in terms of, the capital development that is coming up in the industry. So because of this, we know that real estate is not just something that you look at passively. Real estate empowers individuals financially in several ways, right? And we're going to be looking at some of these critical ways that you can use this as a tool for financial empowerment. All right, so real estate is one of the most reliable asset classes in Nigeria. Looking at the industry over the years, I mean, before post-COVID, a lot of industries have been struggling, right? To get back to the levels they were before the pandemic. But real estate has been able to, regulate itself, and also has shown increase in terms of profit, in terms of development, in terms of resources that are in the industry. So real estate is one of the most reliable asset classes in Nigeria, right, in the economy. So now let's look at some of these critical ways that we can use real estate as. Okay, but before that, first let's real estate. People, you would like to ask that what is the essence of owning real estate? Like, what does it provide me? What do I stand to gain from having for participating in the industry, from becoming an investor, a landowner, right? Someone who is building, or putting your money, like, actively or passively in the industry, right? What's the essence? What does it give you as a person? Or how does it elevate your situation? Now, real estate provides you with asset ownership and capital appreciation. For example, land and property values tend to increase over time, especially in high growth corridors, high growth locations driven by infrastructure, commercial activity, and population expansion. So now, for many individuals, owning property represents their first major step towards financial independence and net worth growth, right? So this is one of the benefits, one of the reasons why you should participate in the industry. Now, second, real estate creates passive and semi-passive income streams. Now, we look at income streams in form of rental income from residential, commercial, or mixed use development. This offers you consistent cash flow that can supplement your other forms, your other income, your main income, like your salaries, your businesses, revenue, and also support you in terms of your retirement. Or it can also, better still, provide you with financial stability during economic downturns, right? Real estate has shown to be a powerful tool for turning around your financial situation, especially in during economic downturns. All right, so it's not just having real estate for just any investment, but it can also serve as a leverage or as a hedge against any financial crisis that may or any eventualities that may occur in the future. So real estate allows you as an investor to earn income while the asset itself controls excuse me, continues to appreciate, right, continues to grow in value, continues to grow in capital, right? So it why at the same time you're earning a passive income or active income, as the case may be. So now the third point is that real estate also serves as a hedge against inflation and currency volatility, right? In an environment where purchasing power fluctuates and savings can lose value, like if you put your money in a bank, you put like a 1 million naira in the bank, and then you're going to keep it for a year, keep it for some months. It's not going to be the same value like by the next time you're going to take out that money. And even if the bank is giving you, if it's a high interest account, and they're giving you maybe probably like a high percentage on that savings account, which is which is highly unlikely. But looking at what most of the banks are offering, it still is going to lose its value, because of the inflation that is happening in the economy. So your property, real estate, remains a tangible asset that can preserve your wealth, that can preserve your income. Like you look at the rent reviews, capital growth, and land scarcity, all of these help to protect the investor from the long-term effects of inflation. Now, number 4, real estate enables financial leverage. Yes, and it also gives you access to capital. Properties can be used as collateral to unlock financing for business expansion, education, or further investments. So now the ability to convert your assets into opportunity is a key element of financial empowerment. Yes, so the fact that you can increase or you can get leverage, to be able to increase or expand your income, expand your business, by using your assets, the assets that you have, converting those assets into opportunity, already gives you a hedge, makes real estate a key element for financial empowerment. Now, finally, real estate supports into intergenerational wealth transfer. Now, this is one of the main reasons, right? The favorable reason, I would say, that why people should partake in the real estate industry. It supports and gives you the opportunity for wealth transfer, intergenerational wealth transfer. Property assets can be passed down, restructured, or redeveloped, creating long-term financial security for families. In this sense, real estate is not just about today's income, but about building a financial legacy, right? So, true financial empowerment through real estate, can not just give you, it's not just for yourself, just alone, but also can be a tool for wealth transfer to your next generation, right? So these are really the reasons why you should actively participate in the industry. I mean, I hope these points have been able to convince you. If you are sitting on the sideline, or if you are just thinking that, oh, it's just for me just having a property, probably have one in my hometown, and then maybe I can get one maybe to leave, all of that. You shouldn't take it as something that you should do on the side. You should actually look at it to actively participate and earn from this industry. Now, however, true financial empowerment through real estate requires knowledge, due diligence, proper documentation, and strategic planning. I must put that out there, right? So because without this, as an investor, you can be exposed to risks such as land disputes, poor location, and sustainable development. So empowerment, therefore, through financial empowerment, therefore, it's not just about ownership, but about informed ownership, right? So that's why we have this program here, the Nigeria Landlord Show. It's not just about telling you why you should invest, but giving you the right information, the tools that you can use, to make the best decision, make the best choices for your real estate investment. So um, when approached with the right knowledge and strategy, real estate becomes more than an investment. It becomes a pathway to financial control, independence, and long-term wealth creation. All right, so I hope you're taking notes so far. You're taking notes, and like I always say, this show is not just about me giving you all the information. I would like to also get your feedback and also see how you are doing in the industry. What are your thoughts going right now into the year 2026? What are your thoughts for your real estate investments for the year? How do you want to do it? Do you plan to increase your investment, or do you plan to earn passive income from the industry? What are your experiences so far? Yes, I would also want you to share with me and share your plans going forward, your goals, because you must have goals, you must have plans. If not, you'll see that the year is just passing by and then you've not done anything tangible, right? So you must have those goals that will guide you and propel you into making the right decision. All right, so I'm going to go on a short break and I'll be back soon to continue more on this very valuable section. Stay tuned, don't touch that dial. I will be right back.
When I was young,
For real estate market insight and industry trends, join Amara on the Nigeria Landlord Show, where we show you how to make real estate work for you. For different investments, strategies from real estate experts on Nigeria Real Estates. Elevate your financial education and investment in Nigeria. So tune in every Saturday on VOP 90.3 from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. The Nigeria Landlord Show, the voice of real estate in Nigeria.
welcome back to the Nigeria Show here on VOP 90.3 FM. I hope you've been having value. I hope you've been getting value. Yes, like I said, I'm going to open the phone lines and you can call me. Let me hear your thoughts. Let me hear from you. Share with me on your real estate journey and your goals for the year. Don't tell me that I'm not going to do real estate. The Nigerian economy is unstable or this and that. There are people who are still actively earning from the industry, right? So, I mean, you not doing that puts you at a disadvantage, right? Like I said, you're putting yourself at a disservice. So please share with me your plans and your goals, or you can share with me your experience, in the previous year and what you're going to do going forward. So the number to call is 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 903 903, or you can send me a WhatsApp chat on 081 717 56338 081 717 56338. So yes, I like to hear from you, so please call me or send me a message, right? Okay, so talking about our topic, real estate as a tool for financial empowerment. That's what we have been talking about, and I have given you, reasons why you should you should participate in this industry, and why you should use real estate, not just for building a house or just living in a house, but you should use it strategically to your advantage to empower yourself. And we have discussed about what real estate can do for you, what you can use real estate for, and what it does for you. All right, I have a caller. Hello, good morning. I hope you can hear me. Oh, okay. I lost that call, so please call me back. All right, call me back, and I would like to hear from you. Okay, so like I said, real estate as a tool for financial empowerment. So we're going to be looking at different ways that you can use this tool, because it's a tool, right? And you can use it to your advantage, or you might not even use it, and then it's of no benefit to you. So it's a tool. So we're going to look at different ways that you can use real estate to your advantage. You can use real estate as a tool for financial empowerment. Now, the first number one way is real estate as a first step to asset ownership. Yes, that's what number one point I'm going to share with you. Now, financial empowerment begins with owning an asset that grows in value and can be controlled, right? In Nigeria, for example, many people start wealth building through land ownership, especially in fast growing outskirts of major cities. Now, for example, we look at some areas, some locations. Using Lagos as a case study. Look at locations like the Ekpe, Ibejuleki, as is. About 10 years ago, or even 15 years ago, land was sold there for as low as under a million naira, per plot in some of these parts, some of these locations. Now, those same plots, those same locations today, driven by the infrastructural growth that's happening there, looking at the seaports, the road infrastructure, the refinery, all of that, those same locations are now worth multiples of naira, compared to their original price, worth millions of naira. Now, many early buyers that bought in at that time, they were mostly low or middle income earners. They were salary earners. They just simply bought the land and waited, and that single decision moved them from income earners to asset holders, right? So like I said, we might say real estate is for the wealthy or people that have so much capital, but it's not true. You can use real estate as a step to asset ownership. Like, as you can use real estate, you can get assets. Real estate is a way that can give you asset ownership, and it is the first step of using real estate as a tool for financial empowerment, asset ownership. And it must not be anything fancy or anything outrageous in terms of finances, in terms of funding, right? You could start at a very minimal capital. That's you should be your entry point. You can start a very minimal capital. You can go into upcoming locations, outskirts of major cities, and acquire some of these plots and acres in this location, because they are relatively cheap, right now, because of they have not had a lot of demand in terms of infrastructure or influx of people in terms of migration in these locations. So you going in early gives you that vantage point, gives you that that leverage to be able to come in at a very low capital, and you can get that assets, have that ownership of that asset, and over the years that asset can become a tool for financial elevation, right? Assets, the one main reason why I always advise this step is that asset ownership changes your financial mindset. It gives you this ownership, it gives you this ownership mindset, right? It gives you this view of not just spending, just any money is just to spend, but to preserve and grow value, grow your portfolio, grow your wealth, right? So my second point is another way that you can use real estate as a tool for financial empowerment, I beg your pardon, is rental income. Yes, rental income as a tool for financial stability. Like you use real estate. When you look at real estate, you see that there are a lot of people that real estate empowers by creating predictable cash flow for them. These people have had these properties for years, and over the years they have continued to earn sustainable and predictable cash flow. Now with the economy that we have, things like unstable salaries and unstable business revenue, business income, rental earnings provides financial cushioning, right? So as you're investing, as you're earning in your business, earning from your 9 to 5, your salaries, rental earning also gives you that leverage in terms of it provides you with financial cushioning to be able to cater for some of the expenses that you may have, because why? Rental income is stable, is consistent, right? So look at the case study when you see some of these locations that have rapidly increased in terms of their rental price. You see not just in Lagos, right, but you see across the states increase in rental price. Now who are people that are benefiting from this are mostly the people who has the ownership of these properties, right? So young professionals who invested or who saw ahead and took advantage of this opportunity a few years ago and invested in mini flats or shared apartments, because that's the new form of rental investments that is happening right now in the industry. Young professionals who took advantage of this this major investment channel and invested in mini flats or shared apartments now earn steady rental income, right, from workers who are using these spaces for businesses, offices, for living spaces, for even students who are even using these spaces, right? So some homeowners now, landlords, are living even just off some of this rental income that is coming in consistently, monthly, biannually and annually for them. So this gives you another hedge, another cushion to be able to make some of these major expenses that you will make in the future, like pay school fees, fund your businesses, offset some major living or unexpected life expenses. So rental income turns property into a monthly or annual financial partner, not just a static asset. So your property is no longer static, it's just there waiting to appreciate, but at the same time as it's appreciating, it's giving you some income. Now my third point, I'll go a little bit faster because of my time. My third point is using real estate to hedge against inflation. Now real estate protects purchasing power when money loses value. Yeah, because you can see the economy might turn, and then the naira is falling, and your money is losing its value. But you can use real estate to protect your assets. It's hedged against inflation. You're purchasing, and also it helps you protect your purchasing power when your money is losing value. With inflation and naira depreciation, cash saving loses its strength quickly, like I said, and so real estate is your choice. It's your go-to to protect your cash and your savings. Now, looking at a case study, between 2026 and 2024, rent reviews and capital appreciation allowed landlords to adjust income in line with inflation, and those who held cash savings alone lost real value, while property owners adjusted rents and retained asset worth. Real estate doesn't just grow your wealth, it defends it. That's the way I put it. It does not just grow your wealth, it defends it. All right, so the fourth point is real estate as a leverage tool. Like, financial empowerment includes the ability to unlock opportunities using existing assets. Now there are a lot of opportunities that might come, and you might not be able to take advantage of these opportunities because you don't have any leverage, any assets, any capital to give you entry into these opportunities, to help you assess these opportunities. So financial empowerment includes the ability to unlock opportunities. And how would you unlock these opportunities if you do not have something to give you leverage? So real estate gives you that. Your existing assets gives you that empowerment to unlock opportunities that might come along the way. So that's why you must use real estate. Use it as a leverage, as a tool. Right now, for example, looking at some entrepreneurs that use their title properties as collateral to access financing for their businesses, trading, importing more goods, manufacturing expenses and expansion. It was because they had that leverage with the assets that they owned, right? So the property itself did not just generate income initially, but it also unlocked capital for growth. So real estate empowers beyond rent. It's not just only for rent, it's not just for only living. It becomes a financial passport to increase your status, your assets, right? Number 5, land banking as a tool for a long-term wealth strategy, right? So now financial empowerment doesn't always require immediate income, but land banking can be another way. It's another way for you to keep your investments and gives you a long-term strategy for building wealth. Land banking remains one of the most accessible entry points for young investors. People say, "Oh, how do I start real estate investing?" And I don't know where to start. I don't have that so much capital to start. If I buy the property, how am I going to convert the property into? If I buy the land, how am I going to convert it into a building, into a structure? I don't have that resources. You can use land banking. It's an accessible entry point for young investors. Even if you don't have the money, you buy the land and you keep it to appreciate considerably over the years, right? So for example, investors who bought land in developing corridors, upcoming locations, you look at areas like Asaba, Ibadan, Ekpe, all these locations that are close to major cities. Investors also bought land in these developing areas, later sold to individuals, to developers, or end users at a significant profit once infrastructure arrived in these locations. Once those locations started opening up, the prices increased considerably, and they were able to cash out and sell to people who now came in at the later point, right? So real estate rewards patience and vision, not just capital. Now, number 6, real estate as real estate and intergenerational wealth. Now, true financial empowerment extends beyond one's lifetime. You're not looking at real estate just for yourself, because sometimes people say, oh, real estate is by the time I build it, by the time I'm earning the rent, before I'll be able to get up to the point of profit, right? So you don't just look at it that way. Sometimes you look at it as a tool for building intergenerational wealth. True financial empowerment extends just beyond your lifetime. Property inheritance remain one of the most common wealth transfer. Yes, especially Nigerian families. Property inheritance remains one of the most common wealth transfers. Now, looking at some examples, families with rental properties in highbrow areas, of areas that are well developed, often use rental income to support multiple generations, their education, healthcare, and business startups, right? So real estate builds family level financial reliance, not just individual success. Now, my next point, I think this is my 7th point, is using the role of knowledge in real estate empowerment, right? So using knowledge as a tool in real estate empowerment. Now, ownership without knowledge can lead to loss, disputes, or stored assets. Like when you see some disputes in land, in land ownership, you see poor documentation, you see wrong location choices. This has cost a lot of people some losses, right? So and this is because there have been no knowledge. There was no knowledge. There was no informed decision when going into that acquisition or going to that transaction. So ownership, you must use ownership. You must acknowledge the role of knowledge. I beg your pardon, not ownership. You must acknowledge the role of knowledge in real estate empowerment, in your financial empowerment, because you are saying use real estate as financial empowerment, but the truth is that a lot of people did not have the right knowledge, and that's why they are not gaining. That's why the real estate has not been used as a tool for financial empowerment, because they were not knowledgeable in investment. They were not knowledgeable in that acquisition or that transaction, and so instead of becoming an empowerment to them, it's also a source of leverage to them, it ended up in this land dispute, or it ended up in a long chain of title documentation because of poor documentation in the process of the transaction. And also we look at also people that have properties stocked in the wrong locations. This has tied down their capital, tied down their assets. So if you don't have the right knowledge to do your due diligence, it might not lead to financial empowerment, right? So buyers who have failed to verify titles in parts of Lagos and Ogun State, for example, have lost lands or spent years in litigation. Now, those who worked with professionals and understand due diligence protected their investment. So you must get the knowledge, and if you don't have that knowledge, you must make sure that you work with professionals and lawyers, real estate lawyers, that will guide you and protect you in that investment, in that transaction. All right, so you must do your due diligence so that you can make the right choice and make sure that you're protecting your assets. And this is why knowledge is very important for financial empowerment. Financial empowerment through real estate is not automatic, right? It is intentional and informed. Yes, it's intentional and informed, and so you must make sure that you don't do it just based on based on, oh, I feel your feelings, or oh, this is what someone said. You must make sure that you are intentional in that decision, and you have the information, the data to back that why you are making that decision. All right, so real estate empowers financially, not because it is perfect, but because it combines ownership, income, security, leverage, and legacy in one asset class. Right, it's not just because it is perfect. Real estate is not perfect. It's just that it has these great attributes that, you know, puts all this, that combines all this in terms of ownership, income, security, leverage, and legacy into one asset class. Now, when you as a person understand how to use it strategically, real estate moves from being a dream to becoming a financial tool for independence. Becoming a financial tool for independence. Okay, so I'm still waiting for your calls. If you're here to call me, now should be the right time, because I'll soon be going off. All right, so the number once again is 0700 903 903 903 0700 903 903 903. So I got a message on WhatsApp. Yes, you can also send me a message on WhatsApp. 081 717 56338 081 717 56338. Now I got a message on WhatsApp saying, hello Amara, how can I get started with real estate for financial empowerment with little capital? All right, so now, yes, for many persons, for many individuals, the idea of investing in real estate feels intimidating, because I mean, you look at the high prices, the fear of land scams, the complex documentation, and the stories of failed investment, people that have lost, you know, money. This often can discourage you, especially if you're a first-time investor that you're trying to look for the first step to start. But yet, I must say, for those who understand the basics and start strategically, real estate remains one of the most accessible and reliable paths to financial empowerment. Right? Financial empowerment does not just mean becoming a billionaire overnight. It means control over your financial future, owning assets, reducing dependency on your salary, and building long-term security. All right, I have a caller. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello,
Good morning.
Hi, good morning. What's your name, please?
I am Mr. Uzoma, calling from Mumbai.
All right, Mr. Uzoma, thank you for calling. Let's hear your thoughts, please. Hello.
I just called. I want to the topic, please.
Oh, you're just joining. Okay, we're talking about real
Yeah, I
estate
just joined.
as a tool for financial empowerment. Real estate as a tool for financial empowerment. That's what we're talking about. Talking about how to come into the real estate market, especially in this new year. How you can be able to use real estate as an advantage to elevate your financial status. That's what we've been talking about. So I think you should listen in on, you know, on the episode as we carry along. All right, yeah, thank you for calling. So to answer the question, you know, one of the questions that came in on the WhatsApp chat saying, how do I get started with real estate for financial empowerment related to capital? So I'm still in the process of answering that. So I'm saying that real estate offers first-time investors a practical way to build, you know, to begin building capital, even building assets, even with limited capital. So when approached with the right knowledge and right guidance, right? For example, in Nigeria, growing cities and emerging towns, opportunity exists for beginners who are willing to start small, think long term, and invest wisely. I always say that, you know, if you're a beginner, if you're a first time investor, you can go into emerging cities, emerging towns, right? This will give you an opportunity to start small, and you are also thinking in the long term, and, you know, looking for how to invest wisely. So you can start with, you know, buying lands in developing area, and you can start by buying properties that have the instrumental plans and instrumental payments, right? You can also do a cooperative or group investment. You can start in small rental units, that all these places that you can start investing in small rental units, mini flats, self-contained. Many first-time investors started with land in places like Ibejuleki, that was the early days, Mowe, Ekpe, Asaba, Enugu, Oka, areas like that, even emerging cities around major cities, Ibadan, Akure, they started small, and they were even paying, some of them were paying gradually, alright, giving they were over the time, given that the properties were appreciated. So this is giving them a long-term advantage. And also, as you are buying those properties, you're also getting the confidence, and your capital is expanding. So the first goal is ownership, not perfection. You can start small. That's it. Start in any emerging location. And real estate is a safe way to save and grow money. People are looking at, I'm building my savings, but you can also use your savings to invest in a property, and also you can build that savings and grow your money. So like I said, cash savings can reduce in value, but real estate would definitely, it was always going to appreciate. So you can use rental income as well. You can start with small rental income and rent into small spaces like mini flats, shops, that you give it out for rent, right? So in all these major areas, market areas, that these rents are really very valuable, these locations are very valuable, you can use this, you can put out these spaces for rent. That's one that way. So you must also avoid common mistakes. I must point out that buying land without proper title, you must avoid that. Chasing cheap prices without due diligence, and you must also buy using professionals. Make sure that you do not buy in the wrong location. Buy using professionals. And I would round up with this, saying that you must when you are doing real estate, when you want to own a property or use real estate as a financial tool, you must think in the long term, right? You must become financially disciplined, and you must plan future investments more intentionally. All right, so in conclusion, buy land, hold and appreciate, build or resell. That's it. Buy land, hold and appreciate, build or resell. Use your profits or rental income to expand. Real estate is not reserved for the rich or the lucky. With the right information, guidance and patience, it becomes a practical and powerful tool for financial empowerment, especially for first-time investors willing to start small and grow intentionally. All right, so I hope you've gotten value. That's all I have to share for you. I have more exciting topics coming up in the future, so yeah, stay tuned to this show. And if you're looking to start real estate and grow your wealth, and you're looking for how to start but you don't know how, of course I'll be doing some training, so you can reach out to me. Send me a message on my WhatsApp 080-6463-7377 080-6463-7377. All right, I gotta go. Do take care. Have a beautiful weekend. Come your way same time next week. My name is Amara Onzurike, and I am out.